Unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably realized that in COD Vanguard, shotguns are so broken, and in this video we're going to be going over what are the 3 most broken shotgun setups inside this game. If you enjoy weapon comparisons, weapon breakdowns, and just overall the best class setups for Vanguard content, don't forget to subscribe to this channel as we're trying to reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers, and click the link in the description down below and subscribe to our main channel. We do post stats content for COD as well as Warzone over there as well. Now, like I said, shotguns are totally broken, and you will be seeing a bit of gameplay throughout this video as well. They are done in a private game against bots, but that doesn't change the fact that these shotguns are still super overpowered. I die to them regularly inside standard multiplayer games, so they definitely are good loadouts. At number 3, we have the Revolving Shotgun, and the Revolving Shotgun is super broken for one reason, and I'll explain that when I show you the gameplay as well. But let's go over the builds first. So for the build, you do want to use the full choke, and that's for the tighter pellet spread. Now, people do opt to go for the wider pellet spread, but you do want to be landing as many pellets as possible. It's going to give you a higher chance of getting that one-shot kill. Obviously, once you do extend past a certain range, it doesn't really matter too much, but the tighter pellet spread's always handy. For the underbarrel, the pistol grip is always the best for every shotgun, and it's almost as if it was made specifically for shotguns. You get a faster sprint to fire speed and also slightly better hip fire accuracy, which is always a bonus on shotguns. For the barrel, you want to use the rapid barrel. Now, the reason why you want to use the rapid barrel is because you get a faster fire rate, and that also means a faster time to kill. Now, it does con your sprint to fire, but that is why we chose some of the other attachments previously. Then for the magazine, you want to choose the largest mags possible. This will all be explained in just a moment, but the largest mags is definitely what you need. It does con your aim down sight, but we wouldn't really be aiming down sight all that much with this gun anyway. And then with the ammo type, the buck and slug is almost the best for every single shotgun in the game. It's acts like a slug and a buckshot at the exact same time, and it's pretty much the best. Then for rear grip, you want to go for the fabric grip, and that's for a faster aim down sight speed if you do need to aim down sight, but also gives you a faster sprint to fire and hip fire recoil recovery, which again, it's a shotgun, you do need these stats here. Then for proficiency, this is where it gets really weird. You want to use gung-ho, and this is why this gun is so broken. You can fire whilst you're sprinting, so this just makes this gun absolutely ridiculous. It pretty much gets rid of what's called sprint to fire, and you can almost fire straight away whilst you're sprinting. It just makes it ridiculously hard to track as well. Plus, you're shooting a shotgun which kills in 2 shots, so it's almost broken as hell. On top of that, you want to add on quick, so you're even faster when you're sprinting around as well. This is just going to help even more. Then for the stock attachment, you actually want to use the hunter stock. It's going to increase your hip fire accuracy, your overall movement speed, your aim walking movement speed, and your sprint to fire speed. So it just makes your gun overall a lot quicker. You can also use the remove stock as well, but I do think the hunter is the better option. An optic you could put on if you do feel like you want one. I don't really feel like it's necessary on a shotgun, but you could put it on there. But I'll show you exactly why this gun is super overpowered. So like I said, the main reason for this gun being super broken is because you can pretty much sprint and fire this shotgun at the exact same time. So if someone's trying to aim and track you or whatever, you're going to be running way too quickly, plus you're already firing at them. Now, if you're in a reasonably close range, you could pretty much blitz through 3 or 4 enemies if they're standing right next to each other, and they won't even be able to track you, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's actually so weird that they've put gung-ho as an attachment on shotguns, or even an attachment in this game entirely, to be completely honest. And I don't really know how this is going to balance out in Warzone, but we'll just need to wait and see. But like you can see, this is pretty overpowered. At number 2, we have the double barrel shotgun. Now, when you first start using this gun, it's not great. It's nowhere near as good as some of the other shotguns in the game. But once you do max it out and you unlock certain attachments for this gun, which is pretty overpowered once again, like I said, then this gun starts to perform extremely well. So again, you want to use the full choke for the tighter pellet spread. Again, like I said, tighter pellet spread is always better than a wider pellet spread. Then you want to use the defender barrel. This is for the damage range, the hip fire damage, and the extra damage bonus. So it's just pretty much all around good for your damage. It does con your hip fire accuracy, but there's tons of other attachments that can help with that right now. Then for the magazine, you want to go for the double aught, and this is going to help that damage range once again. Now you could go for this one, which increases your fire rate, but it only increases it by 7.5%. I don't think that it helps out that much, to be completely honest, especially the way we're going to build this weapon. Ammo type, buck and slug, once again, it's the best ammo type in the game. It does con your ADS by 50%. And that's because when it comes to the proficiency, you want to use Akimbo. Now, Vital is here, and I've always said if Vital's available, you always use Vital. Now, this gun only has 2 bullets, but that is why I would recommend Akimbo in this case, and it only cons you by aiming down sights and no other cons. And to be fair, with a shotgun, you're not really going to aim down sight anyway. Then for the stock, you do want to use the removed stock, and that is because it's going to give you that better hip fire accuracy, which we're trying to make up for. This faster sprint to fire speed, like I said, is always useful, and it's going to give you faster movement speed. This is one of the fastest moving guns in the game if you do use it. It's absolutely ridiculous. Then for kit, you do want to use quick once again. I do feel like it's very important you use quick, especially when using shotguns. You want to get in and out of gunfights as fast as possible. For rear grip, you want to use the fabric grip once again, and that's so you can get the bonus for the sprint to fire and the hip fire recoil recovery. Now, you don't get the bonus for the aim down sight speed because you can't aim down sight with this gun, but no other rear grip helps as much as this one, especially in terms of shotgun stats or what you're looking for. Now, what makes this gun so good, and you'll see the gameplay right now, is the fact that the fire rate is super quick because you're firing off 2 separate guns. So even though the fire rate of the weapon is relatively slow if you only use one, because you're using 2, the fire rate is super fast. On top of that, it just means that your TTK is going to be ridiculous. Using the longer range barrels means it actually extends out the damage a little bit further for you, and it's always going to be a 2-shot kill, so you can easily take out multiple opponents. Now, the only issue I have with this gun is reloading. Because you only have 4 bullets in total, you're going to be reloading quite often with this weapon, so if you don't want to be stuck reloading all that often, then it's probably not the best gun for you. But other than that, it's super solid, and the movement speed is so quick. Last but not least, and you probably saw this one coming, and it's the combat shotgun. Now, this is the best shotgun in the game. It's got the best range on it as well, and that is probably the main reason why people really like the shotgun. Plus, it's really easy to use. I mean, pretty much every shotgun in this game is really easy to use compared to previous games. Shotguns have been pretty weird, and they kind of work really well with auto attack sprint as well in this game. So, like I said, the combat shotgun is one of the best, or the best. Now, again, you want to use that full choke for the tighter pellet spread, like I said. If you're trying to use this gun or any of these shotguns at those slightly longer ranges, at about 5 to 10 meters, you definitely want to make sure that you're landing all of your shots. Under barrel, again, you want to use that pistol grip. This is made for shotguns, even though it says pistol, it should be called shotgun grip, and that's going to help with your hip fire accuracy and sprint to fire speeds. Now, for magazine, you want to go for the 7-round drums, and that's because it doesn't affect any of your damage or rate of fire stats. It does give you a slight con to aim down sights as well as movement speed, but if you went for the 10-round drums, it would hinder you even more, so you'd rather go for the 7-round drums. It's more than enough in this case. Ammo type, once again, buck and slug is the best. Then for the rear grip, once again, you do want to go for the fabric grip. Again, you want to get the ADS speeds back into the gun, sprint to fire, and also that recoil recovery for your hip fire. So you want to get all of those benefits. For proficiency this time round, you definitely want to use Vital. It's going to make this gun absolutely broken right now until they fix it anyway. For the kit, you want to use quick once again. I think this is kind of the only one where you have to use it on shotguns. Quick is definitely a must. Then you want to use the adjustable stock for the better hip fire accuracy, the better aim down sight speed, the better sprint to fire speed. Overall, it's just going to be better for you. And you don't really need to worry about the recoil cons because you don't really need ADS to fire this weapon anyway. Now, for the barrel, you've got a couple of different options here. Now, either which way, this gun is going to be completely broken and overpowered. But you can either choose the sawed-off barrel, which is going to give you a wider pellet spread. It increases your damage and movement speed to ridiculous amounts. 140 damage is more than the amount of damage you'll need, especially using that Vital proficiency. You don't necessarily need this, but you can go for it if you really want to, and you just want to have the maximum damage build. Or you can choose for no barrel at all. This is going to give you a bit more range out of your weapon because the pellet spread is going to be a bit tighter as well. So either which way, this gun still is completely broken, to be honest. And like I said, this gun has the best damage range when it comes to the shotguns, and that is kind of one of the reasons why it is so broken, and the reason why I would recommend it without the barrel, in my opinion. But if you land like a single pellet on any enemy player with this shotgun, it's a one-hit kill, especially within a 10-meter distance. So if you're within 10 meters, this gun is going to win absolutely any gunfight against any full auto SMG or just any weapon at all, other than this if you're coming up against another combat shotgun. But like I said, this gun is totally broken. So there we have it. Those are the 3 most broken shotgun classes inside COD Vanguard. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as we're trying to reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers, and click the link and subscribe to our main channel as well. And thank you very much for watching.